Hi everyone, welcome back to another gameplay of BTV6. So another update to the game, version 18.0, new patch notes. So I'm gonna now pretty quickly gonna try to cover all the new changes. A lot of new things have been added or changed, so it's gonna probably be pretty long, but I'm gonna try to do it as quickly as possible. So the first image you can see is this one, and that's because a new hero has been added. It's called Admiral Brickell, and it's a water-based hero, so that means that you're gonna be able to place it only on water. And this one is the hero right here, right? It's gonna cost, if you wanna purchase it, it's gonna cost 5,000 monkey money. And yeah, this says here it's gonna require water to be placed. The cost of this hero is not very high, so 750, and this is the cost in medium, so it's a little cheaper than Gwen, as you can see. It has the same cost of Striker Jones, so now that I'm considering it, it's the same cost. I'm not gonna go here through the specifics of all the levels and all the abilities. I'm gonna do another video as a hero guide when I'm gonna go in depth and in detail. Just know that it's gonna be able to attack both with the pistol, with the mines. I'm gonna actually here show you to you, why not? Alright, so let's just go into sandbox. Alright. And so you need water to be placed. It's the first hero so far that has these characteristics, you're gonna be able to attack with both the pistol and both these mines that you're gonna be able to store, right, as you can see. Well, quickly going through the abilities, his level 3 ability is going to increase attack speed of all nearby water-based monkeys, right, so subs and buccaneers. And then his level 10 ability is gonna be able instead to drop this huge sea mine. Is gonna be able to destroy big Bloons. Now there are of course much more things in all the levels, you know, more popping power. His level 3 ability is gonna gain more stuff. You can see here, popping of balloon types, more piercing, damage, range, you know, a bunch of stuff, but I'm not gonna go into detail right now. I'm gonna just show you here the hero, how it works. And it seems very interesting. That's my first thought about, you know, seeing the abilities and what he's gonna do. And very interesting here, the fact that at level 19 his level 3 ability is gonna affect towers everywhere. So that's very nice, because you're gonna be able to, like, imagine you have subs out of range, but you're gonna be able to still be able to give to them more attack speed, pierce, popping all balloon types, and also having camera detection. So it's nice. And as always, his level 10 ability is gonna just increase the damage of his level 10. And yeah, his level 10 looks like this. All right, so it's a huge mine. It can be dropped anywhere other than water, so you need always water to place this mine. And exactly as the normal mines work, so here I'm gonna just show you, probably just with some mobs. All right, you can see that these mines here are gonna just fly and follow the balloons when they're gonna be in range, right? So you can see here the mine just moving right here and then following the balloons and destroying them, right? So that's how this mine works. And that's the same that happens with his level 10. So you drop it, for example, I don't know, up here, right? And when a balloon is gonna be in range of this mine, you could see the range before, right? This mine is gonna just follow the balloon, it's gonna explode. This mine can, well, at level 20 is gonna do more damage, but even at level 10, right, is gonna be able to destroy the BFP mob and also the Zomagat layer in just one hit. So you're gonna be able to see it now fly, boom, huge explosion, and destroying, as we were able to see, the Zomagat layer plus 1 BFP. No, actually no BFPs were destroyed, right? Yeah, there are still 4. So you're gonna only be able to destroy the external layer of the balloon. For example, if it's a Zomagat, you're gonna be destroying the Zomagat layer. If it's a BFP, you're gonna be destroying only the BFP layer, right? So remember, this is a very important thing about this mine. And then at level 20, you're gonna do a lot more damage, and it's gonna do a ton of damage against the BAD. Like, it's insane. I'm gonna just show you now. Actually, no, not like this. Of course, this is medium. I'm gonna just show you here a BAD in round 100. I'm gonna drop the mine, and you're gonna be able to see the actual damage that this mine can do. Like, it's insane, like 15,000 damage. So it's a ton, and I'm pretty sure that you can stack them. So I don't know if this is gonna work like this in a real gameplay, like when a round ends and then the new round starts. I don't know if you're gonna be able to keep on having the mines, but I'm pretty sure they work as obin trees. So you're gonna be able to actually stack them up. So you can have one, then you can have another one, and you can see that the previous one is still staying there, so it's not exploding. And I think you can place up to infinite. I haven't checked out how many can you place at once, but you can place a ton, and you can see that you can place them almost on top of each other, so they're not gonna require any room. So they can be placed, and then you can still place towers, right, on beneath them, so they're not gonna take any room to be placed. And yeah, so you can stack a ton of these mines, and yeah, it's pretty interesting. So that's just the hero, right? I'm not gonna go into more details, I'm gonna do it tomorrow. Then two new maps, an expert one, Floody Valley, and then an intermediate one, Bazaar. And yeah, you can find the maps right here. So this is Bazaar, right? This map is gonna work like this. So it has two paths, one in the top, one in the bottom. On odd rounds, the balloons are gonna come from the top side, so top left, and they're gonna just follow the path here. They're gonna leak from the top right. All these buildings here cannot be removed, and they're gonna be obstacles, as you can see. So they're gonna block your line of sight, and also these trees. So yeah, line of sight here is gonna be quite a huge problem. Then instead, on even rounds, right, the balloons are gonna come from the bottom right side, right? They're gonna just follow the path, and then they're gonna leak from the bottom left. So that's how it works. Then in round 3, the balloons again from the top left, and so on. Now you can actually spend some cash to remove these trees, right? So that's the only obstacle you can remove. That's gonna allow you to place towers in this spot that before, like, you can't. And also it's gonna allow you to have some more free line of sight. But still, these buildings, as you can see here, I'm clicking on them and they can't be removed. And nothing else can really be removed other than these 4 trees. Then of course, let's not just forget about the water. So there's water, you can place water towers. And yeah, that's the intermediate map. Seems pretty interesting, but pretty easy. Instead, the expert map, Flooded Valley, seems very, very difficult. I'm gonna now show it to you. There is just one path, pretty short as well. The balloons are gonna come from the bottom and from the top side at the same time, and you can't place land towers close to this. How it's called in English? This thing? I don't know. There is of course water, so you can place like water towers very, very close to the path, and I think that's gonna be the only way to beat this map, like using a ton of water towers, probably also using the brand new hero. So that's why probably it's a water-based hero, and the new map has a ton of water. But yeah, other than that, all your towers are going to be placing down here are going to have their line of sight blocked by this huge building. I don't remember the name. I know the name in English, in Italian, but I don't know the name in English. I think it's dam or something like that. Anyway, you can also place towers on top of these rocks, and you can see that when you place towers on top of this rock, you don't have any more line of sight blocked. So for example, snipers or towers with very large range can still be placed on top of these rocks, and you can exploit them to attack. But other than that, I don't think there are really a lot of towers that are going to have like enough large range to actually be useful and to attack the balloons. And yeah, remember, of course, towers that can attack through obstacles like alchemists, spike factories, wizards with the first upgrade in the top path, and then aces, helis, and mortars can always be used also here. And then a water tower. So I think yeah, this map looks very, very, very hard. And yeah, those are the new things, because then, oh no, yeah, the 2 new monkey knowledges right here. So there is one in primary, that's this one, right? Ambidextrous ranks. So you can decide in the targeting option to switch hands. So you can attack with the right hand or with the left hand. And that's pretty interesting because in many maps, you know, if the path is turning, for example, upwards, and you're attacking with the right hand, you're not gonna have as much pierce as if you attack with the left hand. So yeah, I think it's gonna be just interesting to try it out. And then the other monkey knowledge point was in support, I think. Yeah, this one right here, bank deposits, and you can actually deposit in-game cash to make the bank get interest and be full faster. So it's very interesting how it works. So for example here, sandbox, right? I'm gonna just show you here the boomerang, right? You can see here, this is the sign. So with the left or with the right hand, instead the banks are gonna be like this. So once you reach the bank, you can see you have this deposit button, and depending on how much cash you have, you're gonna be able to deposit. This is the maximum you can deposit, right? The is always half of the total that the bank can store. So if the bank can store 9.5 thousand, you can deposit half of it. And yeah, so deposit here, then you can see you can deposit 4750 cash. So I mean, the bank to be full, it needs to have another 4750 cash, so you can deposit only half of that, and so on. So that's how it works, and you can definitely use this to make the bank become fuller faster. So yeah, it's pretty interesting, and it's gonna, you know, use many different options. For example, if you use Benjamin as well to boost the interest, it could be interesting to use. So that's how it works. Then I'm gonna here quickly go through the balance changes. Well, they've added these player profiles, right, where you have your medals in your maps, then you have your co-op medals, and then I think down here you also have your races medals. And yeah, you're gonna be able to, people when you play on co-op when other players, you're gonna be able to see your name, your stats, your medals, and then you can share up to 7 different stats from the ones you have. And yeah, you can just show them in co-op with your top heroes, top monkeys, and so on. So that's another thing. Then here quickly I'm gonna go through the balance changes because there are a ton of them and I don't really want to forget about anything. So that monkey, now the crossbow master has been reworked. Now it's gonna have more attack speed. So the fire rate from 1 attack every 0.23 seconds to 1 attack every 0.16 seconds. So that's a lot increase in attack speed. But the pierce has been reduced, and so now it's actually a pretty good option to get the top path. So instead of getting the crossbow 025, now getting it 105 and 205 now increases the pierce back again to what it was before this update. So yeah, that's pretty interesting. With the 025 variation, you can still have even more attack speed, but you have much less pierce, as it says here, from 23 to 10. So now the 205 is also a pretty good option instead than getting the crossbow master 025. So that's it. Boomerang monkey, this is very nice. Now the knockback, when you have the boomerang 204, so not 024 but 204, is going to increase the knockback power by 50%. So you know, of course there is a cross path 024 where you by attacking faster you can of course proc this knockback effect sooner, but now with the 204 the power of the knockback is 50% stronger. So now it really I need to try it out in the sandbox, see which one is actually better. Then bomb shooter here, some changes to some buffs in the attack speed. So 25 increase now, 25% in the first upgrade, the middle path, and then the second upgrade also 5% increase. So that means that now you get even more attack speed, right? And then the cross path once again between the top and the bottom path is like this. So 302 bomb, the frags are gonna have one more range, so they're gonna fly more, they're gonna have more pierce, they're gonna last also longer. And with the 4th upgrade in the top path, now the frags are gonna be doing 1 more damage, and they're gonna as well fly longer because they're gonna be able to sustain more. Tac shooter, the 2nd upgrade in the middle path now increases pierce by 1, so this is very interesting, especially like imagine the Inferno Ring 520 tac shooter having 1 extra pierce, very nice. But when you get the 3rd upgrade, you lose this benefit. So yeah, that's how it is. Then also some changes to the monkey sub, especially to the submerged towers. You can see here when you have the 1st upgrade unlocked in the middle path with the submerged reactor, the sub is gonna gain 20% more pierce. It's gonna have 84 pierce. And when you have also the 2nd upgrade in the middle path, so the cross path, you're gonna also do 1 more damage to lead balloons. Instead, when you are going for the cross path in the bottom path, right? So you have the 3rd upgrade in the top path, and you have the 1st upgrade in the bottom path. You're gonna have increased pulse rate. So the sub, the radar, is gonna go around faster. So it's gonna be 1.275 seconds instead of 1.5. And if you have also the 2nd upgrade in the bottom path, you're gonna get this pulse rate up to 0.95. And the same goes with the 4th upgrade, but it's just stronger. So instead of being 0.3, it's gonna be 0.25, and then with the 402 upgrade, it's gonna be 0.19. So this means that you're gonna be able to hit more balloons, and yeah, you're gonna just do more damage in this way. With the 1st upgrade in the top path, now the range has been increased by 2 units from 8 to 10. And now, very important is this one. Where is it? Yeah, this one. The Ballistic Missile, right? Is gonna range is not anymore unlimited, but has been reduced to 60 to match the regular sub attack. So you're gonna be able to only start firing the Ballistic Missile to hit the balloons only when the balloons are gonna be in range of the sub. So that's a pretty interesting change. And of course, by increasing the sub range, you're gonna also be able to increase the range of the Ballistic Missile with the 1st upgrade. It's gonna cost less, so the Ballistic Missile upgrade is gonna cost less. And it's gonna be able to do more damage to ceramics and higher, so ceramics, MOABs, and so on. With the 3rd upgrade, the sub range also is gonna increase, so now you can increase the sub range with both the 1st upgrade in the top path and also the 3rd upgrade in the middle path, right? And now when you get Advanced Intel and Ballistic Missile, so 230 sub, now the Ballistic Missile is gonna gain full map coverage. So yeah, that's just the change. If instead you go with the cross path in the bottom path, alright, the Ballistic Missile, the rate is gonna be increased, right? If you have the 1st upgrade. If instead you have the 2nd upgrade in the bottom path, you're gonna have the attack rate increased to 0.75. So that's actually double. So you're gonna be doubling the attack speed of the missile. Now also some changes to how the sub is gonna affect the other cross paths or other upgrades. For example, Sub Commander now is gonna double the damage of Energizer and Ballistic Missile subs. Is going to increase lead bonus of 420 reactor from 1 layer to 2 layers onto lead balloons. Is going to increase well, Energizer damage by 2, it was the same as before. Is going to increase Ballistic Missile multi HP balloon damage from 6 to 12. So exactly as it says here, double damage, so from 6 to 12. And then finally, this is very interesting, it's going to be very good for chimps especially. Now with the Sub Commander, you're gonna increase the damage of Preemptive Strike by double, so from 750 to 1500. And now I think Preemptive Strike is the 5th upgrade on the sub, so it's not the 4th one, but it's the 5th one. Let me just check out here. Yeah, Preemptive Strike is the 5th upgrade, so yeah, actually that is not gonna be good for chimps, because normally for chimps you're gonna use First Strike capability and not Preemptive Strike. And so yeah, I was wrong, sorry, this is not gonna be interesting for chimps, because It's very unlikely that on chimps you're gonna get both Sub Commander and also Predator Strike in the same game. Buccaneer, again, a lot of changes. Now the 4th upgrade in the top path is gonna gain, the planes are gonna gain a homing missile with attack speed of 1 every 3 seconds, 30 radius, 3 pierce, and 15 layers of damage. With the 5th upgrade, the projectile speed of all plane attacks are gonna be increased by 100%. Then with the 5th upgrade also, the darts are gonna do +3 damage to ceramics. And also with the 5th upgrade, these homing missiles from the planes, right, they're gonna have rate of 1 attack every 1.5 seconds, so that's half, so that's double attack speed, same range, 1 more of pierce, and then double damage. And finally also the 5th upgrade, you're gonna, this 15% attack rate buff on to all the other water-based towers is gonna also be applied to Monkey Aces. So yeah, that's just the changes. Heli, also a lot of changes to the heli, especially to the bottom path upgrades. So now the 4th upgrade, the Comanche Defense, is gonna instead spawn 1 Comanche every time any balloon crosses 25% of the track. Now here it doesn't say for how long this Comanche is gonna be on screen, but it's not gonna be forever. It's gonna be for a certain amount of time. At 50% of the track, so if some balloons can reach 50% of the track, you're gonna spawn 2 additional Comanches. Now, if the first Comanche is still on the screen, the duration is gonna be refreshed, and you're only gonna spawn 1 extra. So you're gonna have 2 total, right? So you only can have 2 a maximum. Then at 75%, you're gonna be able to spawn another Comanche. And again, if you still have the Comanches from before, the duration is gonna be refreshed, and you're gonna have only 1 extra. And yeah, that's how it is. Then here, the movement speed also has been increased, so that they're gonna be able to be faster than the main Comanche defense tower. So they're gonna be able to be faster than the actual heli. And now the cross path, when you have the Comanche 0 to 4, is gonna apply the increased flight speed also to these Comanches. Now the 5th upgrade, yeah, this is not important because it's just a change when you're loading the game, the save. And now this is very bad because now the 1st upgrade and the 2nd upgrade have been swapped. So now you're gonna get faster darts first, and then you're gonna get faster firing. So not anymore helis 402 or 502, and now you're gonna be forced to get first projectile speed and then getting actually attack speed. So yeah, they are forcing now us to get the 2nd upgrade in the bottom path. 5th upgrade in the bottom path of the mortar, the wall of fire will be able to detect camo balloons even without a village, so only the walls of fire. But you should have camo detection with this mortar. If I remember correctly, you have this one, yeah. So you're gonna be able to remove camo, and so you're gonna be able to actually pop camo balloons with the mortar itself. So yeah, no worries. Wizard, yeah, some changes to the wall of fire and then to the necromancer. Now the cross path 120 wizard. Now you can use targeting priority to guide wall of fire. This is a very nice thing, because before wall of fire was completely RNG the position, but now with target priority you can actually place wall of fire as the wizard is attacking the balloons, so that's a lot better. The pierce has been reduced by 5, but when you get the cross path 0 to 1 wizard, you actually get the piercing back again. So yeah, that's just a change. A ton of changes to the necromancers, as I said before. 4th upgrade in the bottom path. Now they're gonna have their personal graveyard pool, alright, of 500 balloons, and you're gonna be able to display this current graveyard size, how many balloons you have, and any balloons pop within the shimmer radius is gonna be absorbed into this graveyard. And you're gonna be able to retain the Bloons one extra round right before expiring, so that's nice. So you can start the next round already with some Bloons inside. And the last spawn has been increased of these zombie Bloons. And also the spawn rate is increased by 10% for every 100 Bloon in the grave. So that means that you can stack this up to maximum of double attack speed when you reach 500 capacity, so 500 Bloons. And yeah, this is because it's flat 10%, so it's not 10% added, but it's flat, so that's why you get double attack speed when you reach 500 capacity. And now with the 5th upgrade in the bottom path, the graveyard capacity of the Prince of Darkness is now 2000, so it's not anymore 500, right, but it's 2000. Some changes to the banana farm as well. Now the marketplace, 3rd upgrade in the bottom path, is gonna have 4 additional bananas. With the 4th upgrade, the banana value is gonna be increased, but you're not gonna longer have the additional 900 cash at the end of the round. And actually this is worse, because even if you have 4 more bananas and the bananas are worth more, you're gonna still get less cash than before. So yeah, that's just it. Engineer, the boom sentry blast radius increased, and also the attack rate increased. And finally, unfortunately, more nerfs to Obin. Now Obin's level 2 buff, so the 1 more pierce is gonna only apply to druids, and so not anymore on ninjas, on super monkeys, on alchemists, just on druids, and that's very sad. Now Obin level 11 bonus of 2 pierce is gonna still apply to all magic towers, so now you're gonna be able to benefit from the extra 2 pierce at level 11, and the extra range, of course, but here it doesn't say so. And because of the fact that at level 2 you can get the druids +1, you can stack together with druids at level 11, so only the druids will be able to get +3 pierce after Obin is level 11, instead every other magic tower is gonna have only a pierce of 2. So yeah, that's gonna lower definitely the early game power of Obin. And yeah, that's just it, because this is the end of the patch notes. So sorry for the very long video, but as you can see, many different things have been changed. Yeah, definitely it's good to try out on Sandbox, you know, all these changes, and let's see which ones are going to be good. So I hope you enjoyed, and see ya. Bye bye.